بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum, my beloved ones, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is going to be our session 5 or 5th session on how to know the level of Marifat which we possess. Do we have the level of Marifat like Habib ibn Mudahir? Or no, like those Qais ibn Ash'ath, the cursed one who betrayed the pledge of allegiance of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam and went on the side of Dajjal, side of Yazid, side of Fir'aun, side of evil, side of oppressor. Okay, so this is what we need to know, which is very important. And we mentioned previously that the authorities are three in the Quran: Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and the one who gave the charity while he was bowing, Waliullah. And we know the verse of obedience: obey Allah, obey the messenger and the authority who has the power of Amr, who possesses the Amr. And Amr is nothing but the power of Kun Fayakun, which comes out from the purity of the nafs. The more the nafs is pure, the more Allah blesses the human with that gift. And our Aimma, they are pure, so Allah gave them this gift in order to perform their responsibilities as guides to the nation and to the worlds. And Dua al-Ma'rifah, excuse me, Dua al-Ma'rifah had these three levels. Oh Allah, let me have the Ma'rifat of yourself. If you will not let me have the Ma'rifat of yourself, I will not be able to have the Ma'rifat of your Nabi, your Prophet. Oh Allah, let me have the Ma'rifat of your messenger. If you will not let me have the Ma'rifat of your messenger, I will not be able to have the Ma'rifat of your proof, the Hujjah, the Wali, the authority, the successor, the Imam of our time. So, oh Allah, let me have the Ma'rifat of your proof, Hujjah. If you will not let me have the Ma'rifat of your proof, I will deviate from my religion. Direct connection. Ma'rifat, deviation, opposite. The more Ma'rifat, the less deviation. The more deviation, the less Ma'rifat. Excuse me. So yesterday we discussed about the we mentioned the level of contamination. So by the way, if you have any questions, you can send it to us, because after our 15th session, we'll go live Q&A sessions. So until that time, we can collect your questions. You send us your questions, so we are able to gather answers, and inshallah, we will have a live also session, live interactive session that you can ask and we can respond to your questions. So in this case, our beloved ones, some of them, they ask, can you give us a few examples of contamination? Easy. Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, or our Aimmas alayhi salatu wasalam, give us the resemblance of aql and nafs like the rider and the horse. So the aql is the rider, and the nafs is, remember, animal characteristics. I told you sometimes you go, oh, you say we are animal. No, I say animal metaphorically. I say Hulk inside us. So we have to control that Hulk, okay? And that happens by purification of the nafs. Because if the nafs becomes junked, piled up, it becomes worse than Hulk, okay? So this nafs, the animal characteristics inside us, we need to keep it controlled. We need to keep the horse always controlled. The horse should not ride the rider. The rider should ride the horse. So what happens? Those people who commit evil, their horse is riding them. Their horse is taking them here and there. That means their nafs. But the righteous ones, the pious ones, the lovers of our Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, the lovers of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who are blended in the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For them, no. For them, they ride their horse. They control their horse. If horse wants to go to haram side, because nafs al-ammara bisu, nafs al-ammara bisu illa ma rahima rabbi. So this rider takes them to the place where the mercy of Allah is, not the wrath of Allah. So the horse has فَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ, two paths. Okay, imma shakiran wa imma kafura. وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. So the nafs and how Allah created. Allah inspired the nafs. The nafs has the potential to take you towards good, take you towards bad. That's how Allah made the structure of the nafs, to test us whether we use our intellect or we don't use our intellect and let our nafs control our intellect. So, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. So if we go to if we are the controller of our nafs, allow the intellect to control our nafs, we'll go towards the taqwa, the righteousness, the piety, the side of the piety. But if we neglect our nafs and we let the nafs become the rider of our intellect, then fujuraha, then kafura, the ungrateful side. So being grateful, ungrateful. The piety, the corruption and immorality and distance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So distance from, so closeness to Allah, distance from Allah. Distance from shaitan, closeness to shaitan. So this goes opposite ways. So that is why, in order to have the ma'rifat of our Imam alayhi salatu islam, we need to take our nafs towards taqwaha, towards being grateful, imma shakiran, towards being thankful, grateful, and not towards the wrong side. So that is our challenge. So, an example, I'll give you 3 examples. Today we are going to take 1 example. Okay? If we have enough time, we'll take another example, because these examples will embed the idea of purity of the nafs and having the ma'rifat of our Imam soon, easily, faster, in a way that when Imam comes, we are able to see Imam not with this eyes, with the eye inside us, the eye of intellect, the eye of ruh, the light. We're able to sense, this is my Imam. So that's why there'll be imposter Imams. They will say, I am Mahdi. There will be so many imposters. So how will I know? If you're going to look with these eyes, you'll be deceived. But if your nafs is clean, your ruh and intellect will guide you. This is not your Imam. This is a messed up guy. Leave him. Okay? So that's why we really need to, that's the Dajjal, deceiving the people, the icon of deception. So in order to follow the true Imam in his occultation and after his appearance, we should learn how to see the Imam from our ruh, from our intellect, sense the presence of our Imam in all of our times. Because Imam is there with us. Whenever you think of Imam alayhi salatu, Imam thinks of you. There's a telepathic connection. Okay? This is all squeezed and juiced from narrations. I'm not talking about hyperbolic stuff. No. That I just summarizing and simplifying the narrations for you. Because we don't have time to go to narrations after narration. I'm giving it the juice. So practical things. So if you think of Imam alayhi salam, Imam thinks of you. That means he responds to you immediately. أشهد أنك تسمع الكلام وترد السلام. If the Imam in our barzakh, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, Imam Ali alayhi salam, or Aima, we witness that you are tasma'ul kalam, you are listening to my kalam, and you are responding to my salam. This is which Imam? The one behind the barzakh, not in this world. We can communicate with them. And when you go to ziyarat, when you stand on the door and you recite the ibn al-dukhul, the permission to enter, and it is mentioned that when you recite this permission from your heart and your tears starts to flow, Imam is telling you welcome. You see, that is Imam connecting with you. If you see in your dream true Imam, not fake Imam, if you really see Imam in your dream and he tells you, I am your Imam, our ahadith, they say that whoever sees Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or Imams in their dream, they see them with truth. Man ra'ana faqad ra'ana haqqan. فإن الشيطان لا يتمثل بنا. Because shaitan does not take our bodies. He cannot embody us. That means he cannot take our forms. Okay. So if the one in the dream, when you see this and your tears come out, that means it is you are connecting with Imam. However, our Maraja, they say, if they give you a command, that command is not an obligatory command, because the commands in the dreams, the obligation of the commands of the dreams has not been proven in our Islamic legislative system. The reason, to prevent the deceiving people from bringing mambo jumbo dreams and throwing on your face, I saw the Imam and Imam told me you are that. Okay, keep that thing for you, please. Okay, because the commands of the Imams in the dream are not that are not authoritative. They don't have any authority. So please do not bring me your commands or keep it for yourself. So many people, the many fake people, they say, I saw the Imam in the dream. He told me that. He told me. No, he told me I have to do this. But the Sharia says, no, I have. Well, if you want to do it, is do it. Raja al-matlubiyya. But you are not ayatullah. You are not marja. You are not qualified. You are not. So don't bring that stuff to me. So that's why if you see Imam in the dream, your nafs is pure, you will see him in the dream. And then how will I sense that he's the true Imam alayhi salam? Your connection, your soul, your ruh and your nafs will all be embedded with this personality, with love. And when you wake up, you will see the tears in your eyes. You don't want to leave those moments when you get connected with your beloved one. So if Imams we can communicate with Imams, behind the barzakh, in the dreams. This is our living Imam, alayhi salam. Bond with him. He will bond with you. Connect with him. He will connect with you. You will sense the bond and the connection of Imam alayhi salatu wasalam. In reality, in your heart, you will feel, no, this is my Imam alayhi salam. So when he appears, you will know that he is your true Imam, which you knew him long time ago. He's not a new personality popping up on your face. No, he's someone you know him long time ago. Now you see him with your eyes, but you have been seeing your Imam all the time from your ruh, the light inside you. Remember, some of our scholars have written book, The Light Inside Me. That's the ruh, that's the intellect, that's the pure thing Allah has given inside us, the pure ruh, which can detect the pure personalities like our Imams and bond with them. So bond with the Imam, Imam will bond with you. However, if the nafs contamination of the nafs is high, you will never be able to bond the Imam, and then you'll deny, and then you'll doubt, and you'll take the doubts coming floating around. Oh yeah, how can I? But we cannot bond with Imam because the junk we have in our nafs. So that's why it is very important for us to understand. One example I'll give you today. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll give you two more examples. So I said ruh, nafs. Okay. So let's say, you know, you're driving a car. And remember, example of our imams, and the horse and the horse rider. Let's take it in our modern example, the driver and the car. So you have the car, which is your nafs, okay? Or let's change it to the light example, the headlight of the car. The headlight of the car is your ruh, your intellect. It guides you. At night time when you're driving, this headlight, the headlight is covered. Okay, this is your nafs. What if filth comes on the headlight? Your vision will become less. More filth comes, your vision will become more less and more lesser and lesser, until God forbid that guy may crash and have a serious accident. That's khatamallahu ala qulubihim, the severe stage of the pollution or the contamination of nafs. You cannot find your guide, you cannot find your road, you cannot find your sirat al-mustaqim, you cannot find your straight path, because the nafs is messed up. Though you can see, but your light is covered. Okay, so this is one example. So the same example I can give for the windshield. When you're driving, let's say somebody who doesn't like you, okay, he doesn't like you, and you're passing by, he throws eggs on your windshield. So your sight becomes murky, and you cannot see, your view becomes murky, like with it. Okay, you find more of those who don't like you, they start throwing more eggs. And when you, one of the things, when you turn on your wiper, it creates more mess. So when you get an egg on your windshield, don't use your wiper. It's not that I got an egg on my windshield, but I get some information from here and there that when people, they throw egg, and when you turn on the windshield, it makes it worse. So that's how your vision becomes impaired, and the more mess on your windshield. So you are the rider, on your windshield, you are the ruh, and your windshield is your nafs. The more the nafs becomes messed up, the more your sirat al-mustaqim, the straight path, cannot be sighted. So this is an example. Tomorrow, inshallah, I'll give you more example, just for us to digest the idea of the nafs and the level of contamination and level of ma'rifah. Then we start talking about how will I be able to know the level of marifat in my nafs, or in my ruh, or in my nafs, how much clean my nafs is, so that my ruh can have the clear ma'rifah, or clear picture. So we are used to end with this dua of ma'rifah. Sometimes we forget because the talk becomes long. So we'll recite dua of ma'rifah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma arifni nafsak, فإنك إن لم تعرفني نفسك لم أعرف نبيك. اللهم عرفني رسولك فإنك إن لم تعرفني رسولك لم أعرف حجتك. اللهم عرفني حجتك فإنك إن لم تعرفني حجتك ضللت عن ديني. اللهم لا تمتني ميتة جاهلية ولا تزغ قلبي بعد إذ هديتني. آمين رب العالمين. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. That there is some du'as, they have last extra line. Some du'as of ma'rifah, if you open Mafatih al-Jinan, Allahumma la tumitni mitatan jahiliyyah wa la tuzigh qalbi. Oh Allah, do not let me die the death of ignorance, the death of jahiliyyah, pre-Islamic time, idol worshippers, and do not let my heart doubt after you have guided me. وَلَا تُزِغْ قَلْبِي بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنِي. Remember the floating doubts around us? So the heart is attacked, bombarded continuously with the doubts coming from everywhere. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramazan, Ramazan, you Qaim hai Ramazan. Ramazan, Ramazan, you Qaim hai Ramazan.
सदक़ा आले मोहम्मद से बाकी है इसकी शान.
रमज़ान रमज़ान यूं क़ाइम है रमज़ान. रमज़ान रमज़ान यूं क़ाइम